Alright guys, so I just want to quickly touch bases on the event that we are going to be getting tomorrow. So by the time that you guys are watching this, I think we might be getting it sometime within like the next 20 plus hours, I want to say. So JP is going to be the 30th by the time you guys are watching this. So whenever it rolls through their time, I think it's like 12 JST their time. The event should be out by then. But what I want to cover is the unit multiplier. Supposedly, you get better drop rate, or yeah, you get better drop rate when you are using the affiliated C series. So obviously, prior to forming anything, you're not gonna get any boosting itself, or unless you guys are summoning for Strike Freedom or Infinite Justice, then this problem wouldn't be a problem because you guys should be getting the max event multiplier from those two summonable units anyways. But let's say you guys are not, like, how do we prepare for it? So I went over to the available wiki that I could find, and it pretty much lists out all the units and whatnot. I think I'll leave it in the link in the description below so you guys can kind of check it out as well, just for your own references and research and all that fun stuff. But anyways, like, these are going to be part of the event suit obviously, and they do obviously have a drop rate as well. But you're gonna have to have some unit prior to that. So what are gonna be some main focuses, and then let's say moving into the boss event, are there gonna be some unit that you guys should be looking out for and whatnot? It's simply what I want to cover in this video. So let's get into that. So in terms of the wiki, I feature everything under the SEED series here. So there's actually not a whole lot of unit that I thought we had more, but we don't actually. But these are pretty much all the units that we have currently available. So excluding the Freedom EX, if you are talking about some of the formable unit itself, starting from the supporters, we have the Perfect Strike Freedom, or Perfect Strike Gundam. So this one I mentioned in the prior or some of the other videos, like, Perfect Strike is a really, really costly unit to form up, like, especially talking about the 3-star status. But if you guys do, this one you can kind of argue is a perfect balance of giving you everything you need as far as, like, just damage, increased damage taken to the enemy. So the gun launcher, you're doing up to 20 for the physical, and then the hyper impulse cannon, you are doing up to 30. So this one is pretty needy itself because you have both in one package essentially. I argue the power and then just the overall stat could be a little bit low in some sort of ways, but if you're strictly talking about increased damage taken for the boss or just the enemy itself, this one is pretty darn good. You do have, the increased energy doesn't really matter at 3 stars, because at 3 stars you are getting a hefty amount of energy already, so it doesn't matter at all. If you guys do have the SP conversion into consideration, you do boost it up, by a bit of a margin, but I would definitely say a lot of people wouldn't be considering that. But yeah, Perfect Strike is pretty good itself. And then we have Freedom Meteor. So Freedom Meteor is a completely opposite. I just want to compare the stat. It's roughly about the same. It's just that defense on the Meteor, it is a little bit higher. So if you want to consider that as well, you do have that. For Freedom Meteor, it's actually a different approach. It's actually defense down on the enemy. So you do have two instances of them. Unfortunately, they do not stack. If they would have stacked, that would have been perfect. So that's that's definitely what we would have won. So the thing to consider about Freedom Meteor is the fact that the barrage, which is a map attack, you can just instantly apply this to any enemy that is within this range. So this one is good. Power on this one is obviously not going to be as high because they want to compensate for the fact that you are hitting anyone. So in a combination of Perfect Strike and Freedom Meteor, you are getting two of the different effects, and that is it is going to be pretty powerful itself. So to consider right there, I guess, anyway. The only thing like these formable unit are not giving you is the increased special attack. None of them actually gives you that except for this guy right here. So this guy right over here, as far as the UR freedom, does it not give you that? I thought, huh, then I must be mistaken then, because I was under the assumption that it will also increase special attack as well. But well, that was just a false alert. Then we don't have that at all. So unfortunate, but yeah, these two are going to be the main target. Obviously, if you are considering about the debuffers or aka the supporters, like these two are probably the best, given the fact that they are the SSR and whatnot. Whoops, didn't mean to close that. When I was taking a look at this guy here, this guy doesn't scream to me as being that good because you're only getting one at a cost of only 20%. But I mean, that is enough. Like, if you guys do want to lowball it, this one is going to be good. But keep that in mind, it is going to be only 80 for the level. So you are going to be sacrificing for a lot of stats and just defense in general and even HP. So yeah, but I mean, if you're simply just seeking for the defense down and you don't want to go the Meteor route, I would say Launcher is going to be your next best bet. And Calamity is the same thing as well. Calamity would be a good replacement for Perfect Strike. And in a case where you are kind of new, or you're not really new, but you just don't have the resources to farm it out, and let's say Calamity is like your next best unit that has limit break, just fully limit break, and this one would do the trick essentially. You have pretty much what you need: beam weapon, damage increase taken, pretty much all you need essentially. But if you guys can afford it, definitely go for these two options. But if you guys are limited on resources, I would just go for Calamity, and then where's the other Launcher? Simply it. All right. Oh, this one as well. This one, same thing, honestly. All right. As far as the defensive option, unfortunately, Providence is gonna be the best one just for the sheer amount of inflicting this attack down on the enemy. That's gonna be important, and then accuracy down. So these two in combination is gonna be pretty powerful. And these are the followings that at max out with the SP conversion. Without, we are looking at that. L Strike, unfortunately, is just not, to me, is not that great as a defensive unit itself. I don't see too much value in this one. Even Forbidden is better in this regard. So is either you want to go for Forbidden or Providence, because like this one you have the attack down. So this one is pretty much the only thing you want. And I guess more importantly, you have this one. When defending or executing support defense, and when the enemy attacks with a beam range damage, reduce damage taken by 30%. So yeah, I mean, I would say probably Forbidden may be the better option for just sheer defensive utility. But keep in mind, stat wise, it's a little bit horrendous HP wise as well. And if you guys do want to go for the SP conversion route, I mean, it would be expensive and probably not worth it, but some option right there as well. So yeah, definitely for me, I would say probably Forbidden seems to be the better go, simply because of this right here, and you are already getting this one when you max it up. So you have that. Range wise, maybe no, they're both the same actually. So yeah, doesn't really matter. So yeah, that. Yeah, this one is the worst, worst of the three. All right, attackers wise, like the DPS option, there's just 4 and few. Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. I would just say you will have to go for Justice for the time being until you form the damage oriented option for the event. Then you're kind of good to go. Like these one are just pale in comparison. 100%, just not that great. But when you come down to these two guys, Freedom and Justice, for whatever reason, they decided to give these two units 6,000 power, full burst, and Justice Falcon 00, 6,000. So if you guys are going for the SP conversion routes, Freedom or Justice would be the best of the SRs. If you want to go that route, but obviously no one in the right mind is going to be doing that, so you are going to be stuck at 7,000. But I mean, dude, this right here, it's crazy. I don't know why they did that. For whatever reason, they like, you can't even argue it's better than Freedom Meteor. It's even powerful. Like, what the heck? Like, why? Like, all of them are above 4K, but like, dude, if you just pop this one every single time, like, dude, what the heck? Like, why? Why would you even do that for SR? I don't get it, but yeah, this one is a good consideration if you guys do want that, just for the sheer meme and giggles. I mean, like, these two are gonna be a powerhouse for sure. So, but there you guys have it. I mean, these are definitely units that you guys have pretty much formed already, but these are things to kind of consider about, because obviously right now we don't know, like, in its full entirety how the event looks like in its practicality wise. But these are definitely some units to consider about if you guys don't have like the newest uniform right away, and you do need to use these units to take down whatever stages they have for the time being. But other than that, that's gonna be pretty much it for me in terms of kind of getting ready, prepping for the events to see what's going on. But up to this one, like, if we know how they're handling it, maybe we don't need to farm things up. So this is probably gonna be the one and only time that I am doing like a kind of like an event prep, because we just don't know what it entails essentially. But other than that, that's gonna be it for me, and I will be catching you guys all on the next one.